Hey YouTube, this is Bellsaw70. I got my 82 JR50 motor right here, tore down just a little bit. Um, it's been a long time since I did any videos on it, and hopefully this can give y'all a clue and also help me out rebuilding it. Uh, I got a lot better in my mechanical expertise and whatnot, my mechanical knowledge, so I'm gonna try to fix it properly. And I'm I tore it down just a little bit. I took it off the bike. I tore it down just a little bit, and I looked at the oil injectors. And you know, when you kick the Kickstarter, there's a drive, and it's supposed to spin, and it spins and whatnot. And I put some premix fuel just to flush out the system. And right there, there's a hole right there in the crankcase, and it's supposed to inject the oil into the cylinder because it's a two-stroke, but nothing comes out. That's why I put the premix gas to try to see if I could flush it out, but nothing comes out. I don't know what's up with it. If y'all know anything about that, I'd really appreciate y'all letting me know. And then another thing, the main problem that this bike I had with was, if I was lucky enough to get it started, once I would, once the engine started, if I was lucky to get it started, I'd do my thing on it. And then once I kill it and I try to start it again, it will not start. Like the Kickstarter, it has the most slack on it. Like it doesn't even engage basically. And another thing is, this screw right here, I'll pull the Kickstarter back just a little bit, it's just so loose. I know the threads are busted on the crankcase cover. I will tear this down a little bit, but just for now I want to see if I could get it like a for now solution. But I do know that I will hopefully rebuild this bike. I just don't know much about it, and I found an online manual for it, which is very lucky, because it's a free PDF I found, and I've been looking at it a little bit. But I mean, I don't know if y'all know what that screw right there. It's like a bolt, but it has a Phillips driver head on it. If you wanted to use a Phillips, that'd work too. If y'all know what that is, I think that's to see if the oil injector is running, like the view hole. And I unscrewed it, and I've moved the Kickstarter, just to make that spin, but nothing happened right there, and still no liquid comes out. But I want to get this thing fixed up. This was mine whenever I got this thing whenever I was 2 years old, and I'd hate to get rid of it. And I want to get it fixed up. I want to make it look nice. But I'd appreciate the help if y'all know anything about it. I don't know about those old videos I did on it. I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing, so I might take those down. But I do see a lot of people. I got a lot of views for the carb disassembly, and I might redo those videos. But I don't know. There was a glitch in one of the videos. But anyway, I'll probably just redo those. But I would like to get the bike running. Really, the only problem with it, like besides the motor, the bike works perfectly fine. I took all the plastics and the seat and the side fenders off. I got them right there. The only thing is the gas tank. It does have rust. It always had a little rust, but I'd get most of the rust out. But there'd always be that little bit of rust. But I'm not too worried about that because I always have a fuel filter on the fuel line. But the thing is, it leaks. And I tried to put some JB Weld on it, but that didn't even work. It just leaked through the JB Weld. So I'm probably just going to grind off the JB Weld, grind all the paint off, and try to maybe see if I could like just spot weld the seal the hole shut, and that'd fix the gas tank. And well, just gas tank not holding the gas in, and then the motor not working. Really, that's the only problem with this bike. This bike has the original tires. The brakes still work. I mean, it's a good bike. Long time ago when my dad was still alive, he fixed this thing up for me. And I don't know, maybe he just put it back together real quick because we were moving. But, it ran. But I don't know if maybe he just put it back together in a hurry and he put something out of place. Or maybe he did put it back together and just something's wrong with it. I don't know. But I would like to get that bike fixed because it has a lot of sentimental value to it. even though it ain't really a big bike. But as for little small, you know, kid bikes go, the JR50s and the PW50s and all them, the JRs are really nice, so it'd be a nice bike to keep. But I don't really have much to do with it for now, because I mean, I got a truck. I finally got me my first vehicle, 98 LS S10 LS, 4.3 liter V6 Vortec, and it runs and all that. But I'm just, you know, cleaning it up, making it look nice. Still haven't got my driver's ed yet, but just something to keep me busy. But I'm gonna try to see if I could, you know, work around to get the Suzuki running. But really, I'd appreciate it if y'all give me some advice, you know. Really appreciate it. I got all the parts. Like, here's the cylinder. This is a brand new top end kit that I put on whenever I uploaded that video. Nothing. It's just clean. But it was just so dry. And then the plug, I looked at the plug, and the plug's gap was a little bit too tight. So I moved the gap to a 27 thousandths of an inch. That's what it is. 27 thousandths of an inch. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up the bike a little bit. Try to find some parts. I do need to get a new crankcase cover, because I do want to figure out, because if I kick the Kickstarter back a little bit, okay, just take the tension off that bolt. The bolt comes off, and really the threads are just not on the bolt. The bolt's threads are alright, but just on the crankcase. That's why I need a new one. And you could hold it down with my foot. You could look inside. I know it ain't really good, but it moves around, and I think that bolt staying in place might have something to do with my kickstarting problem once it runs. But, you know. And then as for this, there's two wires from the wiring harness. I think you could just put them in either way, but I don't know, maybe there's a certain way they go in. Maybe not, maybe just put them in any way you want. But anyway, I'd really appreciate it if y'all gave me some help on this. Just, you know. Doesn't even want to thread. There we go. Doesn't even thread, it just pops in there, and look, I'm gonna push the bolt in. Kickstarter just moves it. So I'm sure that being snugly in place would fix something. But anyway, just that bolt, I want to know what that does. And then that bolt right there, I'd like to figure out what that does. And if y'all could give me some help on the oil injectors. A lot of people said to premix, but I mean, every time I premixed it, it wasn't good for me. It wouldn't really run. It would gum up the spark plug. So I'd like to stick to the oil injectors, oil reservoir. That way I could just, you know, fill it up in the gas tank directly. But yeah, that's it. Just, you know, been busy with my truck, but I'd like to fix this up, and any help that y'all could give me, I'd appreciate it. Alright, thanks.